From here, in the push position, rock back onto your left foot, turn to the front, shift onto your right foot. Step with your left foot, back into the left, you shift onto your left foot, and then turn your hips to the left. So just for clarity, for now this will be the left, this will be the right, this will be front ahead, straight ahead, sorry. Facing the right with the right foot dominant, shift backwards, weight on the left leg, turn to the front, turn your pelvis to the front, turn your right foot to the front. Shift to your right foot, turn your hips slightly to the left, at the same time step your left behind and to the left. Shift your weight onto your left foot. So there's still some weight on the right foot, but the left leg becomes dominant. You can squeeze your left thigh, your left hip, then use your left hip muscles to turn your pelvis to the left, and your right foot now is 45 degrees. From the push position, shift your weight onto your left foot. As you pull back the hands straight, and you can feel like you're pulling away from your fingertips. Use your pelvis, turn to the front, so keep the hands in front of the body. Then as you shift to your right foot, the hands can drop slightly and circle in close to the body, and then circle out to the right. At this point, the right fingers come together, the left hand faces up underneath the hand. Step with your left foot to the left, shift onto your left foot, then turn your pelvis and your right foot to the left. And as you do so, turn the left hand so that it faces the left. So here's a view from the back. Shift weight onto your left foot. Turn pelvis and right foot. Shift back onto the right foot. Step with the left foot. Shift onto your left foot. And then turn to the front. And one thing to notice, when you are stepping with the left foot, keep the left hand palm facing back in front of your face. So when you're stepping back with the left foot, it's almost like you're looking at a mirror. You can imagine looking at a mirror. Wow, I look beautiful. And then shift your weight onto your left foot. Left hand stays in front of your face. Then as you turn your hips and your right foot to the front, that's when the hand turns and faces the front. This hand, I notice I have a tendency for my elbow to point back. Try to keep your elbow pointing down. A general rule for most Tai Chi movements, I would suggest, try and let the elbows hang down. So again, from this position, for this one, I'm not going to mirror you, but be aware you're going to have to turn away from the camera as you watch this, so this might be one just to watch. So as I pull back, I'm trying to keep my elbows pointing down. As I turn around, notice how my hands stay in front of my body, but I'm trying to keep my elbows down. Then as I shift my weight onto my right foot, I'm going to circle the hands close into my body, and then once I'm fully on the right foot, then my hands reach out and to the right in position. Again, elbows, this is where my elbow tends to point out. So be aware of that. You might find repositioning the hands slightly differently in front of the shoulder makes it easier, or try to reach the shoulder forward might make it easier for you to keep the elbow pointing down. Then from there, step back with the other foot, the left foot, shift onto your left foot. And as I was saying earlier, this point your hand is in front of the face, then as you turn, it turns away. So that's so just trying to find the sort of the transition point where the hand is facing the face. So as you shift back, here the hands stay in front of your body. Perhaps they swing slightly past your arms swing slightly past the outside of the body. Then as you shift to your right foot, then the arms come in, the elbows can bend, elbow points down. And then just at this point, you can start to turn your hips to the left. So as you turn your hips to the left, that's when the arms swing out to the right. And at this point, just as you start to step with the left foot, That's when you can have the hand in front of your face. You can actually be looking at your hand like a mirror. And then shift the weight onto your left foot, and then turn the palm out. I'll try and mirror this one. Right. So this one will be a mirror. I'll be mirroring you. Shift back onto your right foot, wrist straighten, and turn to the front. And just after I turn to the front, the arms can swing a little bit past to the left. And then as you shift to your left, as you shift to your right, actually the hands swing in. And then once I'm on this leg, the hips start to turn to the left slightly. And as the hips turn to the left, that action is what sends the arms out and to the right. And at this point, as I step onto the leg, I'm looking at my hand. As I shift my weight onto my right foot, I'm still looking at my hand. Then as I turn my hips, that's when my hand turns to the front. When I'm teaching, I'm trying to be as consistent as possible, but sometimes when you break things down, you tend to get a bit lost trying to break things down, and the feelings change slightly because you're doing things slightly differently. And so what may feel better when you're breaking down to do movements one way, but when you're actually connecting movements together, it can feel good to do movements slightly different. So the more you get to feel your body, the better you'll get at, for yourself, feeling which is the right way to do the movement. So for example, when I'm shifting, I think when I first taught the first movement where you're holding the ball, I suggested shift to your left first, turn the right foot out, then as you shift your weight to your right foot, then bring the hands up like you're holding the ball. But now it feels good to bring the hands up as I shift to my left foot. So play around with that for yourself. Make a decision one way or the other. When you're actually doing the move, make a decision which one you're going to do. Most important thing, make the movements feel like they are connected. Make it, for now, I'd suggest that's the more important quality to aim for. So with the palms facing out, elbows slightly out, shoulder blades spread, shift to your left, pick up the hands, hold the ball, and shift to your right foot. Step the left foot forward. This is left ward off. Weight onto your left foot, left leg strong, turn to the front. Just pat the dog on the head. Then for right ward off, turn to the right. Notice as I turn to the right, my palms turn towards each other. Step with your right foot, shift your weight to your right, and right ward off. This time the palms face each other. This time sit straight back, left hand underneath the right elbow, right forearm vertical. Then turn your hips to the left, circle the left hand up and around to the front behind the right hand, and then push forward. Left hand now faces forward. Pull back. As you pull back, the hands separate, elbows down, and then push forward. And as you push forward, try and end with your wrists slightly higher than your shoulders. Now for single width, pull back, weight on your left foot, circle to the left, and as you shift your weight to your right foot, bring the hands close to the body. Then, once your hips have turned fully to the left, now they fully to the right rather, now they start to turn to the left, and that's what sends the hands forward and to the right. Step with the left foot, you can look at your hand, shift your weight onto your left foot, left leg dominant, and then as you turn your hips and right foot, turn the left hand out as well. And try and keep the right elbow pointing down as much as possible.